Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marking Out with Wrestling. As you all know, this right here is Mark, and I am your host, Nate, and I appreciate all of you for joining me to mark out for wrestling. Now, we have a variety of topics we are going to talk about. Once again, we have WWE releases under Triple H, WWE superstars that should turn heel next year in 2025, YouTubers joining WWE or maybe even indie promotions. We have long title reigns in WWE, AEW's new show Shockwave, the rumors on about that on Fox, and we have AEW Dynamite this past week being empty. And the last thing we are going to talk about is Jey Uso as champion and how I feel about him going up against Braun Breaker. Actually, no. As I can see here, that's the first thing we are going to talk about. So, let me pull my screen up here. We are going to talk about Jey Uso as champion. Now, here's what I do not like. I don't like how this past Monday, Jey Uso won the match to face Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, it was a multi-man match. Like, I know you guys want Jey Uso to get his moment, get his time to shine, but that is why I do not want him to win. I didn't want him to win that match. That is why, because he I don't think he can afford to take any more losses. Especially for a title. Here's what I think. No matter how good Damian Priest's reign was, when Damian Priest faced Jey Uso at Backlash, Jey Uso should have beat him. Jey Uso should have beat him. He should have. Now they're just, I don't know what they're doing with him. He's talking about, going with Mommy, going with Rhea Ripley and stuff. He's talking about going with Sami Zayn to get the tag team titles. Then they also have the Bloodline story waiting for him. Then they still need to put a singles title on him. What are they going to do? I think they should do that before they put him back with Jimmy. Before they put him with Sammy. That's when they need to do that. And I don't like the fact that he won that match because he cannot afford to take another loss. Now, he could have lost that match without getting pinned. He could have lost that match without getting pinned. He could have, Ilja Dragunov could have got pinned. Maybe he could have won. He hasn't been in any title matches. Dragunov could have won and took a loss and then get a title later. I don't think Jey Uso can take all these losses for titles and then all of a sudden, at the end of the year, he wins. I don't like that type of booking with anybody. Jey Uso is at the top. At first, I wasn't a big fan. I'll be honest. I wasn't a big fan of him, people saying that he should win the title. Just because I see him as, IC title. Mid-card. Yeah, he's a big star, but when it comes to the world title, I don't see Jey Uso in that. However, that has definitely grown over me. When Damian Priest had that match with Jey Uso, I thought Damian Priest should have won. I was upset that match happened because it wasn't a bigger star. But obviously, Damian Priest's title reign was good, and that match was okay. But now I feel like Jey Uso should have won that match. If not, he should have won Money in the Bank. There was no other or people in that match that should have won Money in the Bank except for Jey Uso. Everybody was already in a storyline. Andrade was with Carmelo Hayes in the storyline. Carmelo Hayes was with Andrade in the storyline. Drew McIntyre with CM Punk. Jey Uso was not in the storyline. He could have won the Money in the Bank. Cashed in on Damian Priest. You know, Gunther and Jey Uso had history. They had history. You know, I know it wasn't like long-term history. It was just one match, and you know, he had joined the New Day to beat Imperium, but they still have history. They could have had a match at SummerSlam. Well, I think Damian Priest versus Gunther would have, or is, and would have been a better match than Jey Uso versus Gunther. But like for PLE worthy, then yeah. But that's what I think. I don't think he should have won that match. I think they should have had him won at Backlash. Maybe drop the title, or held the title till SummerSlam. And then, you know, have him join Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn should have never, you know, rematched Braun Breaker. Because, yeah, Braun Breaker, you know, he needs to toughen up his reign by beating Sami Zayn again, which I don't understand. But at the end of the day, Sami Zayn, if he's going to go after the tag team championships, they can't take these losses. Because all of a sudden, what? These two losers tag together and beat the champions who've been winning? That doesn't make no sense at all. Now the New Day have a match. Do you really see Jey Uso and Sami Zayn feuding with the New Day? They're not putting Jey Uso and Sami Zayn together anymore. And it's unfortunate. Jey Uso and Sami Zayn are literally the dream team. I mean, come on. Jey Uso went from not liking Sami Zayn to defending Sami Zayn. So, I don't understand. He should have won. He should win the tag team title with Sami. That whole Rhea Ripley situation shouldn't have been a thing to begin. Yeah, it's entertaining, but for Jey Uso's career, long term, you know, for Rhea Ripley even, like, come on. Then he goes with Roman Reigns, Jimmy Uso, blah blah blah, helps them with that. Sami Zayn tags along. You know, Jey Uso and Sami Zayn are types who I said last time, you know, fans are always like they did everything they need to do in WWE. Those two are types where everything that they do, they just need to do one more time. Then after that one more time, it's another one more time, one more time, one more time. Those two are literally people who could have a long-term career in WWE. Sami Zayn could take a couple breaks. When he returns, it will be a huge pop. Jey Uso could do a whole full-time thing with no breaks. Like, I was literally thinking the other day how I would book Sami Zayn's entire career. You know, like the ending of his career. I'm not going to share it right now. I'll probably share it, like, you know, next episode or the episode after that. But, yeah. I was literally planning Sami Zayn's whole career, and now they have him, I don't know, going after the world title. Didn't you just get an Intercontinental Championship opportunity? And you lost? Twice in a row? Are you serious? Now you're getting a world title opportunity? I don't get it. Just team up with Jey. Because we all know you're losing that one as well. We need a Sami Zayn moment. If he's going to win the world title, we need him to win it at a WrestleMania. We need a Sami Zayn moment like a Daniel Bryan moment. We don't need him to be losing time after time after time in these title matches. Just like Jey Uso. But we are On to the next topic. Our next topic is long WWE title reigns. Now, people have always said that they don't like long title reigns. Triple H is the one doing all these long title reigns, but you gotta remember, Roman Reigns' title reign, the way it ended was fantastic. I don't think it should have been cut short at all. They were going to pull the trigger against Drew McIntyre. Remember that time? What happened and all that after all that? He faced Cody Rhodes the first time. At that time, Cody Rhodes was in the WWE and he still hasn't faced him yet. And people thought Drew McIntyre was going to win. At that time, it didn't matter who Cody Rhodes beat to, finish his story. It could have been Drew McIntyre. But when you think about everything Roman Reigns has done in his title reign, come on. Brock Lesnar was supposed to beat Roman Reigns at day one, but Roman Reigns had COVID. If you guys remember that correctly. Brock Lesnar was supposed to beat Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns had COVID. Imagine if Brock beat him. Imagine. We wouldn't have gotten Cody versus Roman. We wouldn't have gotten, The Rock coming to, join forces with Roman Reigns. So that was a good plan. Then when we look at other title reigns, who has Triple H had to be long? Sami Zayn's title reign was long. Come on. That's just an average title reign. April to August is not long at all. Unless these people aren't really wrestling fans and all they want to see is moment after moment after moment. That's how I am too. However, not everything could be moment after moment after moment. We can't flip-flop a title, a world title at that. We can't do that. We can do that with the tag team titles. But that's what they have been doing. Tag titles haven't been long reigns. Except for Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. But that was for, again, storyline purposes, along with Roman Reigns. That was a good idea. So, when we talk about United States Championship, who has been long? Logan Paul? Yeah. That title reign shouldn't have been long at all, actually. LA Knight should have got his moment at WrestleMania, if we really think about it. He should have. Because if we can't add dates to Logan Paul's, schedule that he had as a United States champion. Because, maybe he wasn't available. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't available. But we cannot, if we're not adding any dates, then I say he should have faced Randy, at SummerSlam. That whole triple threat match could have happened at Elimination Chamber. Remember, he was in the Elimination Chamber match. Why? He was a champion. Why was he in that match? So he could have faced LA Knight at WrestleMania. I think leading up to WrestleMania, he appeared at a few SmackDowns. They could have had him appear or have a match on SmackDown. To be honest, yeah, Logan Paul's this famous person, this famous celebrity, YouTuber, whatever you want to call him. However, he's not a big attraction. I don't think he's a big attraction for wrestling fans. No. Oh, Logan Paul is gonna have a match. Let me tune into SmackDown. No. Yeah, we all know it's gonna be a good match. But the attractions are Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Those are the attractions to have a match on SmackDown. Or that should never have a match on SmackDown. Logan Paul could have a match on SmackDown. Come on. He's not a special attraction. I'm sorry. No offense. But he's just not. Intercontinental Championship reigns. Gunther. It's been long, but come on. You're going to make Gunther flip-flop the title? You're going to make him lose it a month or two after he wins it? Are you serious? It's Gunther. Do you not know his title history with the United Kingdom bro, the United Kingdom Championship? Come on. I don't think title reigns are a bad thing. Yeah, it's annoying in the moment, but then when somebody gets their moment, it's like finally he lost. Finally his shoulders, like when Roman Reigns lost, it was really like, oh my god, his shoulders aren't coming off the mat. Like that's how I thought. That's what I thought about it. I'm like, oh my god, his shoulders are really not coming off the mat. So it was crazy because not only did Roman Reigns not, lose in that whole defending the title, but he hadn't lost before that. He was on an undefeated streak for more than his title reign even lasted. I don't think long title reigns are a problem at all. Yeah, when it doesn't make sense, like Logan Paul, those people, okay. But we can't make it a joke. That's what I think. I don't think we can make it a joke. However, speaking of Logan Paul, we're going to talk about YouTubers in the ring. And we're not talking about no outside YouTubers like, Logan Paul, for example. Nobody ever talked about him in WWE before he showed up. We are talking about YouTube or wrestling YouTubers. People like Santi Zapp. People like Chris Denker. People like BDE. People like, Simply Better AM. I think that's his channel name. I know his name is Aaron, but people like that. We are going to talk about them. BDE. I can easily, if I never seen him wrestle before, but I can easily see him in NXT. I don't know if he's good on the mic. I don't think his voice is very intimidating. No offense. But people like BDE. He looks like he would be good in the ring. I've never seen him in the ring. I've seen these little clips of him jumping off, high spots, but can he do a full match? I don't know. Santi Zapp, he said that he wants to get in the ring. Now, I don't know. Again, but what I do know is promo. When Santi Zapp talks his crap in his videos about, football, even football. Now, I don't know if he cuts the, certain parts out when he stutters or where he needs to think about it. I don't know. But it's pretty good. If he learns how to do that without cutting anything out live, with his promo ability, he would be a good heel in wrestling. And these aren't people who are just outsiders. These are people who, their dream is to do this. Their dream is to do this. Literally. Their dream is to, wrestle. These are not outsiders who don't know anything about wrestling. Logan Paul not knowing what a work in a shoot is. Not knowing who Kevin Nash is. But who else? Who did I mention? Chris Denker. He's already wrestling in DPW. He's fantastic on the mic. Good heel. He could be a good face as well. I could see him in NXT. I wouldn't be surprised if I see him in NXT in the next 5-10 years. Yeah, I said it. Who else do we have? We have Simply Better I wouldn't be surprised if I see him as a manager. Come on. Have you seen him in his, just like Santi's app, in his videos talking his crap? Yeah, what? As long as there's no cuts, I can see him coming to WWE as a manager. Or even in the ring. I wouldn't be mad. You know, some people are mad because these YouTubers are coming in. But come on. These are people whose dream it is to do wrestling. Their dream is to do wrestling. The only exception is they're doing YouTube at the same, or they did YouTube before it. They're just like a normal Roman Reigns who wanted to do wrestling. A normal Cody Rhodes who wanted to do wrestling. Well, no, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns came out of a wrestling family. But, you know, let's say, who didn't come out of a wrestling family? You know, it's hard. Hold on. John Cena? John Cena who wanted to do wrestling. They're just like them, except they did YouTube. So I wouldn't be mad. I don't think a lot of fans should be mad, as long as it's not a YouTuber as Logan Paul. Logan Paul is good in the ring, but I can see why people were mad when he came in, because it's like you're getting paid millions of dollars, and you didn't put in, you didn't put in years, but he is good in the ring, so I give him that. But these people would be good at promos. Brandon would be good in the ring. I can see he would be a good high flyer. Do the flippy moves, even. But, yeah, that's what I have to say about that. And our next topic we are going to get into is WWE releases under Triple H, also known as Hunter, also known as Paul Levesque. Now, as we know, nobody has been released as of the recording of this video. However, there has been a lot of people released since he took over. And what is the difference between his releases versus Vince McMahon's releases? Here's the difference. Vince McMahon releases people like Bray Wyatt, like Braun Strowman, like Karrion Kross, like Jeff Hardy, like I tried to do that fast, but I ran out of ideas, or I ran out of people. Like, who has WWE released? Kurt Angle, I think they released him too. Yeah, Vince releases people like that. You know who Triple H releases? Veer Mahan, Shanky, and Top Dollar. Elias. However, you guys can complain all you want that these people have talent. These people are good in the ring and on the mic and everything. They are a main event superstar. However, can you really get mad? You can get mad like Dolph Ziggler had the potential. Yes, you can say that. However, looking at your wrestling is ruined. No, it's not. To be fair, Dolph Ziggler was not on TV. During his release, he wasn't on TV. Vince McMahon releases, they were on TV. So there was a huge difference. You were pushing for them to be a top star. Come on. Push Karrion Kross. You have him wearing this mask down to the ring. You got rid of Scarlett. Push Karrion Kross. However, and then he just got released. However, Triple H, where was Veer when he appeared on WWE? You could argue Jinder Mahal was on TV. However, he wasn't really doing anything for WWE. I mean, come on. Did you see the reaction when they said a former WWE champion was appearing on Raw? Jinder Mahal, people were ready to record. They put their phones down as soon as they saw it was him. Come on. Now you guys want to act like you guys like him and stuff. You guys were literally like, yeah, it was a joke. But if I'm Jinder Mahal, I'm looking at those videos. Haha, yeah, y'all thought it was going to be somebody good, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, dang. So they don't like me, Because around that time, Jinder Mahal didn't appear for a while. Now, I'm not saying I felt the same way. Like, I liked Jinder Mahal, when he appeared. I was like, come on. I did do that. I did do that. However, if I'm looking at it as Jinder Mahal, I'm going to be pretty upset because it's like, man, yes, all fun and games, but at the end of the day, you know, I returned and y'all didn't care. So, yeah, I don't think people should be all of a sudden pretending to like Jinder Mahal after he got released. Like, come on. Then Shanky, too. He wasn't appearing on WWE. And when he was dancing. What? He was dancing. So what are you doing? Shelton Benjamin as well. He was not appearing on WWE television. However, they compared the New Day, the Hurt Business. I don't understand why they didn't, because at the time, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, MVP were not doing anything. They weren't doing anything. Yeah, MVP was maybe managing Omos. But at the time, Omos wasn't appearing on WWE. He was barely appearing. If it's that deep, pair them all together. Have Omos go with Bobby Lashley in the Hurt Business, Top Dollar, too. When he got released, I saw people complaining, just like they did with Nia Jax. Nia Jax, I was like, hold on, because this is The Rock's cousin we're talking about. That was under Vince McMahon, so it's different. However, Top Dollar, people complained over him. You guys were just clowning him for botching over and over and over again. And now you guys are pretending to like him after he got released. Like, come on. Now, I'm not a big fan of people losing their jobs because, for these people, especially because they weren't on TV, it could be hard for them to get another job in another wrestling company. It could. However, when I'm looking at it as a fan perspective, it didn't affect the TV, at the time. WWE, they were releasing people who they were using in a whole storyline at the time. Now, you can mention Odyssey Jones all you want, but what he did, or what the rumors of him doing, were absolutely disgusting. So go ahead, defend him all you want. Try to mention Odyssey Jones all you want. However, that doesn't, change the fact that what he did was, or what he's rumored to have done, is disgusting. However, our next topic is AEW Dynamite is empty. Now, when I mean empty, here's what I mean. Here is what I mean. Do you guys see this? Do you guys see this? Look at this whole crowd. 1, 2. 2 people sitting down. And this person doesn't, I think he's like a worker. I don't even know. But there's 2 people sitting here. I think that's a camera in his hand, so I don't know if he's a worker. I don't know what he is. However, listen, struggle all you want. Tony, struggle with selling out arenas all you want. However, don't rent out these big arenas. Don't use these big arenas. Smaller arenas exist, Tony. Smaller arenas exist. Come on. Smaller arenas exist. Just do smaller arenas if you really want to, if it's that deep. On Collision, I saw it was empty. What was Will Ospreay doing? He was getting up on the rope, trying to, act like he's talking to the crowd, celebrating with the crowd at one side. Like, come on, you don't gotta act like there's a crowd there. Just go to the other side. Now, that's when I don't like it. I can't control their sales. I can sit here and clown them all they want. However, if they want, to look bigger, go to smaller arenas. That's all you got to do. Go to smaller arenas. Just don't mention what arena you're in on television. Just mention the state. That's it. Mention the state, and that's it. State, city, that's it. But don't mention what arena you're in. I mean, come on. I don't understand it. You guys are gonna sell out for, arena or for pay-per-views and stuff. However, when it comes to Dynamite, Collision, and Rampage, come on. Nobody goes to those shows anymore. And at most, it's Dynamite. Come on. That's supposed to be your A show, Tony. Dynamite is supposed to be your A show. Your B show, I think, is Collision, because it's sure not Rampage, But this is Dynamite we're talking about. Now, I'm looking at this. It's not just the picture I want to talk about. It's this I want to talk about as well. So, somebody comes to AEW's defense with saying, there's literally a killer on the loose in Lexington. People are even shocked that the show was ran. But of course, you kids don't do your research and will blame anything on what you want it to be. I literally have a viewer who didn't go because of it. So first of all, you kids don't do your research and will? Okay. That's not the right word if you want to talk about, you kids don't do your research. It's called WILL. I hate to be that person that corrects people on their spelling. However, come on. But are you serious right now? You're telling me everybody, all the wrestling fans, everybody in Lexington is trapped in their home because of a killer on the loose? Are you serious? All 40,000 people, not 40,000, now I'm exaggerating, but like 3,000 people are home because what? Because the killer's on the loose? Are you serious? I get it, staying home, but when there's 90% of the arena is empty, come on. That's really because of a killer? It's because of a killer? If anything, the so-called killer is hiding out while police try to find him. That's what they are doing. They are hiding out while the police is trying to find them. Why would they go on a killing spree? I get it. Some people probably do that. But what are the odds? Are you going to go to somewhere where there's 4,000 people and kill? Are you serious? That's not a smart idea if you do. But come on. Then this person's saying it as if their other shows have been sold out. No! Their other shows have not been sold out. What does this person have to say to the other shows not being sold out? What do they have to say? What do they have to say? It doesn't make sense, because this person, like I said before in another podcast I did before, AEW fans will say anything to defend AEW. While WWE fans, they've been through the struggle. They've been through Vince McMahon. They've been through Vince McMahon. They talk trash about Vince McMahon. They defended Vince McMahon. However, AEW fans haven't been through that. So they aren't they're defending AEW still. Like, come on. WWE fans. There were no WWE fans that were defending WWE. You know it. Back when 2019, 2020, come on. You were not catching any fan defending AEW. And if they were definitely marks. They should watch this podcast because that's what we do on here. We mark out for wrestling, specifically WWE. And if you have a problem, then we can debate in the comments. We can debate on my Instagram in the link in the description down below. And we can debate on the show, maybe. But Now I'm at this point I'm just promoting, But let's stop that. But still, come on. I don't get it. What are you gonna say to the other shows that haven't sold out? What are you gonna say? Talking about there's a killer on the loose. Like, come on. You know how many crimes have been committed in other states and cities that WWE have gone to, and they've still sold out? Because they aren't thinking about it. They're not thinking about, oh, this person, I don't want to, WWE is so good that I don't want to, or I'm willing to die over this. Now, let me stop. Let me stop. But no, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I think about it. I don't think that's an excuse at all. At least 60% of the arena would be empty, just like the other shows have been. The other shows have been mostly 60%. It's just the camera side that's been empty. But I don't get it at all. I don't. However, moving on to our next topic, AEW's new show. We are talking about AEW Shockwave. Now, I don't know what this is. What is it going to be? It's going to be another wrestling show. Are you serious? Are you serious? Tony Khan has Rampage, Dynamite, Collision, Shockwave. What? First of all, on top of that, you have Ring of Honor. So what is this? So first of all, we have Dynamite on Wednesdays, Collision on Saturdays, Rampage on Fridays. Where are you going to put this at? Where are you going to put this at? You're going to have it compete with NXT? Are you going to have it compete with SmackDown? Are you going to have it compete with Raw? So if they do this, it's really dumb because you barely even get 700,000 on a Dynamite or Collision. And you're adding a new show? I don't get it because that's just too much shows. Because on top of that, you should already be removing some of your shows. Rampage should get removed. Collision should replace Rampage on Friday. Because I don't like how Collision is on Saturdays because they constantly move Collision. I don't watch Collision, but I'm looking at it from a business standpoint. You're constantly moving Collision. Oh, Saturday at 4:00. Saturday at the normal time. Friday because we have a pay-per-view tomorrow. We have this Sunday. Sunday we have the pay-per-view. WWE has a pay-per-view. Okay, let's push it back. Oh, WWE has a pay-per-view. Let's put it later on. Like as if wrestling fans are gonna be up after watching WrestleMania. Come on. Is that what you do, Tony? I don't get it at all. It's literally so dumb. That's why I think Collision should replace Rampage on Friday or have it on another day or something. Something. Come on. Then on top of that, you have Ring of Honor. Just cancel Ring of Honor. How about that? Cancel Ring of Honor or make it a Yo, this is literally the word I struggled with on my other podcast too. Developmental brand. Make it a developmental brand. Now I'm trying to say it fast. But do that with Ring of Honor. Come on. Do that. What, you're gonna have Shockwave on Dynamite? I mean on Thursday, I meant. But then you have Dynamite on Wednesday, so are you gonna have a draft? Or are you gonna have a brand split? Because are you expecting your wrestlers to go from Wednesday in one show and then go to another show to Shockwave the next day? Is that what you're expecting to do? I don't think that's a smart idea. I mean, come on. You running from the grind. Just joking. I'm making these little jokes, but no, I don't mean it. I don't mean it like that. But I don't think that's a good idea. I don't. AEW Shockwave. I don't know what that's gonna be. Is it gonna be a wrestling show? Is it going to be, a talk show? Maybe. I wouldn't mind if it's a talk show, but then it's still you're wasting your time. I mean, come on. But yeah, and then I've seen some people talking about SmackDown got kicked off of Fox and then AEW is bringing it, because they want AEW. No, what? Last time I checked, USA is bigger than Fox as a network. That's last time I checked. Then last time I checked, WWE in 2025 is going to Netflix, a confirmed deal with Netflix, $10 billion. While Tony Khan hasn't even announced a TV deal at the time of this recording. So, okay, you can say that all you want, but yeah, Tony Khan hasn't announced a TV deal with Dynamite, and WWE is going to Netflix. So I don't get why fans are saying that, knowing WWE is getting paid $10 billion. I don't know. However, maybe this show is replacing Dynamite. Who knows? Maybe they're deleting Dynamite. Who knows? And Fox is going to be their new TV deal. I definitely think it might be a little bit smaller than, Ram or Warner Bros. Not in terms of money, but in terms of which is a bigger TV network. I think that is, a smaller network, which I don't get it. I don't get why Tony Khan is even adding a show in the first place. For money, go ahead. But are you really gonna? I don't know. Are you? I'm not even gonna get more into this, but I wouldn't do the show. I would already cancel Rampage, replace it with Collision, Dynamite and Collision, then your pay-per-views on Saturday, Sunday, depending when WWE's pay-per-views are, because I wouldn't want to compete with WWE's pay-per-views, even though AEW's pay-per-views are pretty good, but still. But our next topic is wrestlers turning heel in 2025. More specifically, John Cena and Cody Rhodes turning heel in 2025. Listen, people have been calling Cody Rhodes' title reign boring. And I agree. From a world title perspective, he seems like he's a United States champion right now. But 2025, once he turns heel with that title, oh my God. How entertaining that reign is going to be. John Cena, when he returns, he needs to turn heel right away. Just like that. Turn heel right away. Randy Orton has been punt kicking John Cena's dad, punt kicking John Cena himself. At WrestleMania, John Cena should face Randy Orton because they haven't faced at WrestleMania. Remember, CM Punk, he can face at another time. But they haven't faced at a WrestleMania. So, have John Cena be the heel. Have him show up. No, don't have him show up less. Like he said, in that interview 10 years ago about his heel turn. But don't have him show up less because we need as much of John Cena as we can get. This is his last run. However, have, Cody Rhodes turn heel as well. Maybe have John Cena beat Cody Rhodes for the title. I would have John Cena beat Cody Rhodes. But the question is, I think John Cena should turn heel on Cody Rhodes after he beats him. Then, Cody Rhodes goes a couple weeks and turns heel himself. Two of the biggest faces of the WWE that you do not expect to turn heel turns heel. What? That would be such an amazing time for WWE. At least what I think so. That's what I think so. Cody Rhodes, even Cody Rhodes isn't as he isn't champion. What could he do while he's not champion? Well, he could turn heel. That's for sure. He could turn heel while he's not champion. Because WWE, at least under Vince McMahon, they struggled to book other superstars that don't have a championship or don't have good storyline. Like Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. If it wasn't for that, what would Cody Rhodes have been doing? Because he didn't have a title. But I think John Cena, he should win the WWE Championship. Turn heel. Face Randy Orton at WrestleMania. John Cena, the one delivering the Punk kicks. Trying to end Randy Orton's career with his back injury. John Cena is the one doing that instead of Randy Orton. That is exactly what we could do. Then, later on, CM Punk. He faces CM Punk. He beat CM Punk. And all of these could be, a nostalgia match. All these matches. That's what it could be. And how about he beats them and they finally realize the dark side, or they join the dark side. CM Punk, I just saw the NWO poster a while ago, or not a while ago, but a couple days ago. It was CM Punk, John Cena, and maybe Randy Orton. I don't know. Maybe Randy Orton. I don't think it was Randy Orton, but I don't know. But it should be Randy Orton, actually. Unless I look at that poster and change my mind. I forget who else was on it. But it should be Randy Orton. John Cena, Randy Orton, CM Punk. NWO. Bring back the NWO. That would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. Have them beat down the wrestlers to help John Cena win. Then people are just aggravated. Have him do that. Have him win the have Cody Rhodes win the Intercontinental Championship and give it to John Cena. Say, John Cena, I don't feel like working for that title because I've earned it. In my 20-year career, I've earned that title. And the fact that it wasn't just handed to me while I was over in Hollywood or when I came back to help the WWE is unacceptable. So Cody Rhodes is going to win this title for me, and he's going to give it to me. That would get him heat too, because people are mad. This old John Cena, 47 years old, is taking these titles away from the new guys. And this is a perfect time that WWE utilize all the new guys that they can to build them up for the title when John Cena retires, so that they are ready for the title. His last match, it could be Cody Rhodes. I wouldn't care if it's Cody Rhodes. Actually, it should be Cody Rhodes. That's how I'm booking it. Cody Rhodes is his last title, or his last opponent. Or have John Cena beat Gunther for the title. Cody Rhodes drops his title eventually. Joins John Cena as a heel. Cody Rhodes and John Cena face, because they haven't faced each other. Except probably when Stardust and when he was, younger. But this version of Cody Rhodes, not this version of John Cena because he's not in his prime, but this version of Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind. And I think this is a match, I wouldn't want to see twice. A lot of these matches I wouldn't want to see twice because of John Cena's short, 1 year for a WWE wrestler is not long at all. We have 1 week of a show. It's not like it's one day you show up, next day you show up, next day you show up. No, it's 1 week. in a year. Like one week you're showing up on a show every year. Or every week you're showing up for a show in a week. Or oh my god, in a year. So John Cena, Cody Rhodes went to finish off, the story. Because I bet Cody Rhodes could say the story's not finished. How about that? To turn on John Cena when he's in the NWO. He's like, John Cena, my story is not finished. I want to face you, Jonathan Cena. Nah, I just added that voice effect. I don't get it. Why Cody Rhodes, every single time he talks, he says their full name. Like he's like a whole robot. Like, I choose you, Roman Reigns. Like, dang. Come on. But, Cody Rhodes beats John Cena, wins his title back. Have him win his title back. At that time, I would have somebody young beat John Cena for the Intercontinental Championship. Maybe Austin Theory. They need to redo that match because why did John Cena not hit one AA in that match? One attitude adjustment in that match. Why? And actually capitalize with Austin Theory. Actually capitalize with him. Have him beat Cena for the Intercontinental Championship. Do that. But have him, keep the world title. Then John Cena passes the torch to Cody Rhodes, officially. I know Cody Rhodes is kind of like the face of the WWE right now, but he officially passes the torch to Cody Rhodes. And after their match, John Cena, next episode of SmackDown, comes in the ring. Oh my god, I'm gonna hate this when I watch this episode of SmackDown Raw, whatever it is. John Cena takes the mic, comes out. Cody Rhodes comes out. He thanks him. Randy Orton comes out. He thanks him. The Rock comes out. He thanks him. Roman Reigns comes out. He thanks him. CM Punk comes out. He thanks him. And Kurt Angle comes out. And he thanks him. John Cena thanks these people. My time is up. Austin Theory comes out. Your time is now. What? Actually, no. Say that to Cody Rhodes. Say that to Cody Rhodes because you just passed the torch to Cody Rhodes and now you're all of a sudden saying it to Austin Theory. Come on, no. But your time is now to Cody Rhodes. That's going to be emotional. Takes his arm wristband off. Throws it into the crowd for the very last time. He takes his hat off, throws it into the crowd for the very last time. Takes his shirt off. That iconic, the way he takes off his shirt, rolls it up his arm, and throws it the very last time. I don't think people are talking about this. People are talking about, oh, my time is up. Your time is now. No, you are never going to see John Cena throw his shirt into a crowd ever again. It's not, I know it's not that serious, but come on. Come on. R-Truth comes out, my childhood hero. Have a little comedy after John Cena officially retires. John Cena walks out. That's it. I do think John Cena could, WWE put him and Randy Orton after their careers finish. Have them start their own wrestling school or like under WWE. Or have them run the Performance Center. Have them run it. That's what I would do. or have John Cena as an executive in the WWE. However, that is what I'm going to talk about later or next time in another marking out for wrestling. Thank you all for marking out with me and Mark here. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you do not agree with anything I said, let me know why and we can debate in the comments on Instagram, link down below, or maybe even on the show. Maybe if I have time. I do not know. However, thank you for joining me. And I'll see you guys next time when it's time to mark out.